Richmond and Carlton have played in a draw. What does it mean? Where do we go? There's a whole lot to unpack in a lot of different ways. Just a few quick thoughts from me after that match. Firstly, bad kicking's bad football. It's a pretty old saying, but it still rings true. Richmond were very wasteful early. Carlton had a little bit of the same when they got some momentum. And in the end, 8 goals, 10 apiece. If either team took any opportunity that came their way, they're winning that game. You know, there were little things towards the end. I mean, Carlton, Mackay sort of fell over in the pocket. He could have marked that and had a shot. If he just registers any score, they're up. If Blake Acres marks that, he could have a bomb from 60 metres. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows what happens there. But they're just little things. I still don't know why Shea Bolton kicks around the corner, because he's a beautiful drop punt kick. Shea Bolton should have just went back and slotted that in front of goals and bang, that game over. The teams need to take their opportunities, and it's never been truer. Rules for some, rules for others are certainly still alive in the AFL. It really frustrates me when players get clear preferential treatment. Now, I know the umpires are human. I give them the benefit of the doubt, but there was an incident in the second quarter early where Dusty got the ball, did his traditional fend off, but it was a great tackle. He was held up, brought to ground right in the boundary line, and then last second he just rolled over the line. It was holding the ball clear as day. If the umpires can't get that one right, and there's now 4 of them, there were no players obstructing the view, there was nothing around them. If they can't get that right, what's the point of the 4th umpire? He's been able to get away with murder with that fend off. He can fend off in the throat, around the chin. It looks good. Dusty kicks a goal, and the AFL media account tweets it out as such a hard-hitting tackle, and every single comment is, should have been holding the ball, should have been holding the ball, should have been holding the ball. You can just go through them one by one, and everyone knows it's holding the ball, but for some reason the umpires are on the side of caution and don't pay the free kick. You want to keep the game moving, pay the obvious ones that are there. I didn't see the Richmond side that's going to win the premiership or threaten for a flag. Everyone's been talking about it in the off-season. Hopper and Taranto, they're guns, they're coming in. Taranto was really good. Hopper was serviceable. Not faulting them as players, but I can't see them as the elite players that take this side from being a team that lost an elimination final to winning 2 to 3 finals to win a premiership. I just don't see it. This team is old. They're not going to be able to run out a whole season. Players are going to get rest. Like Jack Rewalt's going to miss weeks. Cochrane will miss weeks. Who knows what Dusty's got left in terms of playing a full season, and I think they're going to need it from him. And I'm pretty happy with where I sit in terms of Richmond missing the 8 this year with our ladder predictions, which came out earlier this week. Last thing that really stood out for me was both teams look rusty. We've only played 1 match simulation and 1 pre-season game in the lead up to it, and they looked rusty. 8 goals, 10 apiece. The over 171.5 points was just value. Well, 8 goals, 10, 58 apiece. They got to 116, which is not even close to that over-under margin. They looked rusty. They seemed to pick up in the second half. It was 2 goals to 4 at half time, finished on 8 goals apiece. So that's 6 goals in the first half, 10 goals in the second. So they started to sort of find their feet. It was a bit of a slog throughout, and I reckon we might see a bit of a common theme this round. Anyone who's saying it was great, it was a defensive game, it was a close game, no, it wasn't. It was a below average game. We got a close result, and it was a bit of a thrilling finish, but because both teams were equally poor turning it over, not taking their chances, and it was thrilling, but wasn't all that exciting. And then the draw just leaves a bit of an empty taste in your mouth. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night. Collingwood-Geelong, it was a cracking qualifying final last year. I'm expecting a big show, bigger crowd there tomorrow night, and I can't wait for the rest of the round. Good luck to your team this weekend, and we'll see you in the next one.